during the first week of many splits, they have dropped games for sure. Usually, there's often questions around how quickly they adapt to the meta.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I get people naturally hold them to a very high bar, and we'll see what they bring to the table today.
As they should, as this is going to confuse everyone at home. Remember, right at first selection, GX have picked first pick on red side. So don't worry about the colors, just look at who's banning first, as Malphite does go away, and the Mundo against G2. It is always nice to see that there is some respect shown to the potential flex slash the crazy jungle pick that SkewMond has flourished on before. Jace also gone, which is now a jungle pick, and with the Azir as well. What are you seeing that's up, Betty?
Orianna, Ryze, Yunara. Yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like a meta has pretty quickly already established. Varus is another one you could think about.
Okay,
but
I'll think about him.
Yeah, it seems that Ryze has kind of risen in popularity. Oh, well, yeah, Ryze has become quite popular here in the LEC. It feels like that he just spikes really hard once he gets his 2 core mana items. His ability to be flexible with the summoner spells that he uses, his pressure on side lanes, the scaling that he provides, the pressure he has in lane, just a very, very well-rounded champion.
And we're seeing the damage potential even without the actualizer as, okay.
Anivia.
Caps has shown this before. And Caps' Anivia is quite nice.
I mean, he does get the claim to fame that he inspired T1 and many of the other LCK teams at the World
G2
Championship.
inspired with the Mundo pick,
That's
with
true.
the Anivia pick. Like,
some more successful than others, I will say. But yeah, the Anivia plus the Zhao, something that we did actually see from G2 a couple times at last year's World Championship. GX, what will they bring out in response? Isma kind of floating around ideas. Things like Jarvan makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, Wukong makes a lot of sense. We saw, I think, well, we definitely saw one Pantheon that was very successful yesterday, and I like it in conjunction with the Ryze just because of the amount of side lane threat that you have. And remember that Anivia, while she is good into Ryze, specifically because she can outpush him thanks to her ultimate, she can punish him quite easily because Ryze kind of has to do these small stand still moments when he's casting these spells, which makes it easier for Anivia to land that Q. But the problem is she doesn't have side lane pressure. She's not a safe side laner, really. She likes to plant herself in mid lane, clear out those waves, make it difficult for you to approach. And so champions that can punish her or force her into a side lane generally find easy advantages in the mid to late game.
So top lane has to come into that discussion because we get the Jarvan, the Varus, like, at least in the mid lane, range is now going to be an issue. Gap closed also going to be an issue. So it feels like GX are definitely making sure that mid is not going to be a safe haven either. As Yunara seems the obvious pick, locked in here for G2.
I did consider Ezreal just because I think it's another relatively safe champion. Would have given Labrov a lot of freedom to roam around the map, but Yunara is just generically very strong
and they want, I guess, more scaling as well so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but right now, GX, they've gone for a very similar approach to what we saw from SK in the previous game. Ryze plus Varus seems to provide you with a good mismatch of both range, good damage, nice spike in the mid game as well. Now, though, we move into the second phase of bans. Now, reminder that GX had first pick, which means that G2 will now have first pick in the second phase and last pick as well.
Like their red side, like but they're actually blue. Thank you for spelling it out for us, Betty.
Well, honestly, I say it out loud for myself. So I remember.
To be fair, I'm such a hypocrite because at the start of this I said, guys, remember, they're red, but they get first pick. Had to remind you.
Oh, G2 is banning away the Gnar. It does suggest that they could be thinking about a blind pick Renekton themselves.
True.
How good is Lot's Kennen becomes the question.
Oh, yeah. Or is there another ranged option in top that you can think about taking as well? Brom's gone from the other side. Okay, getting rid of the poke and maybe some of the engaged options that Nautilus also would help come with. I wonder if his hair's grown back that thin. He shaved it off sometime last year. Can't remember why.
That's a fun bit of lore that I had no knowledge of.
That fan, he shaved his head. A lot of people shaving their heads in 2025.
Did he also bet that T1 would lose?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe. A lot of people shave their head in 2025. What's next? What do we do in 2026?
Bring back the water bucket challenge.
Oh, yeah, the ice water bucket challenge in winter.
A lot of cheering for Cassante.
I think it was cheering for the end of the chant, Betty.
Could also be that.
But you're right, Cassante
Bard,
cheers.
perhaps?
You think?
I
Why?
think so. Mainly
Range
because,
engage?
well, Bard's ultimate is very good into champions that don't have dashes.
True.
And the Frostbird doesn't
Anivia.
have a lot of mobility.
No, Splash.
And GX have really gone and said, you know what? We're going to Jarvan ult you, and we're going to Bard ult you.
We like
And then when
our
you
service.
don't have Flash, you're not going to be a happy camper.
Oh, yeah. And if this is an Ambessa as well, then the lockdown is sincere. It is incredible.
What's the response here from Labrov, though? What can you kind of match into? You could go for kind of scaling something like a Lulu. Do you feel like you need a little bit more engaged? You do have the Zhao. Maybe you want a little bit more follow-up. They're contemplating the Rell right now.
Alistar.
A Labrov classic for those long-time Labrov followers.
Yeah.
Back on BDS, this is something that he religiously brought to the forefront. His engages found a lot of success, and they'll need to be finding those again against GX. So G2, they've got a pretty solid front-to-back style of comp. They don't have a huge amount of side lane pressure in contrast to GX, who very much have that 1-3-1 option. The beauty of Varus as well in mids is because you have so much range on the lethality Varus, you feel very safe and secure.
True.
Opening up for Jun to be roaming around the map on this Bard, working with Isma to attack these side lanes. The question becomes how effectively can GX play through the sides versus getting sucked up into these team fights where G2 is going to be looking for some traditional front-to-backs.
Some of that insane scaling as well. It's an interesting draft for GX. How proactive can they be? Because I remember in 2025, reflecting on Isma really got the ball rolling in a lot of these GX early games, and a lot of these Nidalee games that he pulled out. At least I saw in the ERLs, especially when he filled in for KC Blue. That's what he was so good at. And I think, again, it has to be said that for GX, holding this roster together, it does feel like Isma is a core part of it. So on this Jarvan, early game is key. Get the ball rolling. Otherwise, G2 will look for these 5v5s. As we get into Summoner's Rift for yet another game here at the LEC, just a quick reminder, Vedius' birthday was on January 7th, and we missed it. Sorry, 4. He turned 34.
33.
Pretty much the same. And as Vedius' life continues to
See how any of
steamroll,
this is relevant.
we want you to know that it could be your birthday soon too. In fact, everyone has one. So write it in the Twitch chat,
Did you
and
have
we'll bring
a
it up on
point?
broadcast. I just wanted to celebrate your birthday, and
You are
I didn't
so
really
egregiously late.
I
Did you
didn't
get me
rehearse.
anything?
This cast.
Oh.
Our love.
You can have it back. It's okay.
I could
can
leave.
I refund it?
I don't think Drakos is still here.
Is
I don't
there
know.
a receipt?
Medic is here, so you can have Medi-Vedi time again. It's going to be an exciting game. I'm
I
waiting.
hope so.
Are there any birthday wishes in the chat? Hang on.
Please tell.
Let's see.
It's not my birthday. Just to be
It
super
was
clear.
like 2 weeks ago. We're getting close. Maybe next Twitch chat. Oh, this is YouTube chat for the time being.
Okay.
Thank you, Chroma Max.
Excellent. Right.
He actually wrote out C dot dot C dot dot
Now,
C dot dot.
as invested as you are in reading some of these chat messages, I'm invested in the jungle pathing.
Good.
Mainly because some early wards were dropped to spot out where these junglers were starting. So both junglers should be pretty aware that they're on the top side pathing bot. What this means for BrokenBlade as lot is pretty much what it means all the time for them, is that I guess we'll just do our thing in top lane. And in the bot lane, they're going to basically be trading as much as possible, ready for some jungle intervention. Now, Ryze will have that early push in mid, and you'll notice on your minimap as a flash is burning the bot
He was
lane.
worried about the remount into Shattering Strike, and Hans probably had the kill.
You'll notice in the middle lane what Jackie's is doing is he's just moving into the fog of war. Naturally, it would be super risky for him to roam early on. But he's kind of giving the impression that, hey, I might drop a ward near here. I might threaten to get a little bit of information, maybe even poke my head down towards bot lane. But Hansama and Labrov will not be deterred. They know exactly where their jungler is. He should be spotted out right now. So they know exactly where the Zhao is. Jack is doing a good job of trying to keep caps under tower, while this Anivia really doesn't have that much wave play in the early levels.
Yeah, just pick up whatever you can for caps. Now, while Vedius is super encouraged by jungle path, I also wanted to bring up a quick reminder to you all that even though a recent rivalry, I believe this will take from XL Vedi, I'm not actually too sure on that, but G2 are dominant, right? And especially when they're dominant in the league as a total, it is hard to say, outside of Fnatic historically, that there's any close thing of a rivalry in the head-to-head.
But I believe that one series win was actually last year at the Roadshow.
I think it was too, in Madrid, right? It was like
Madrid,
2-1.
if I remember correctly.
I remember
So, but it just goes to show that, like, there was that recent kind of standout performance with this roster from GX against this roster from G2. So the potential is there, but this GX roster hasn't really been able to live up to their expectations that they had of themselves last year. They kept this roster because they believed in what the project could achieve.
Oh, they should.
And now they have to deliver on those expectations. Many rosters we have seen kind of last to that 2-year bucket, you know? So the pressure's definitely going to be on for these players to show up. Of course, only a best of 1 today, but let's see if they can get an upset win against G2.
Just a quick reminder, fifth. Like last year, they were this middle team.
Absolutely.
And they made it to playoffs once throughout, as doing just face checking here. Labrov can see him, walk him out. Winter playoffs, spring playoffs, summer playoffs, 5th every time. So they are truly the middle team in the league, and they've got more to prove this time. A win against G2 when, you know, G2 yesterday versus Koi wasn't the strongest showing. Really cement the fact that GX are near a top team.
I mean, so back in the day, we used to have a team that was similar. Not quite the same, but like...
I did watch
in Splice. Do you remember Splice?
Oh, and Kobe.
And yeah, we used to call them the gatekeepers, basically, because they were a really good indicator of whether you... It was dependent on whether it was worth having a conversation if you could contest the top teams, because if you couldn't beat Splice, then there was no conversation about whether you'd be able to beat the top teams.
Didn't they? What year did they go to Worlds? You were there.
2016 they went to Worlds, yeah.
And that was the Xerxes roster, wasn't it?
That was the Mickey X roster with Kobe. But no, it was Trashies. Yeah.
God, you got a good
But then I think Splice went in 2017 as well, didn't they, with Humanoid?
That's where...
Or was that 2019? I don't remember.
Okay, I shouldn't have asked.
There's too much Splice history in my head now.
It is good because, you know, I don't know if you know, but Splice back in Australia is like an ice cream. Like it's like a Splice is like it's like an ice cream ice block.
I also feel like Splice is a portion size.
Is it? A splice of something, yeah. Okay. Like a splice of genetics, right? Like you take someone's genes.
So when you think of it, Splice's brand was that of a snake, which doesn't, none of those things.
I try to connect it now. Maybe that's good branding, if it makes you think.
Now, junglers, there is one bot lane.
Like them.
Yes, because really they're the only ones that can do anything in the early game.
True.
Oh, Caps connects a stun. You can see now with his level 6, he can trade a little bit more aggressively. He also gets a little bit more pressure in the laning phase. Junglers will say hello. The expression is normally 2 ships passing in the night as they ward and spot each other out.
Riveting stuff.
Ooh.
Let's see. Now maybe it gets a bit more explosive. Flag down. SkewMond spotted. Flash. Okay. Labrov with the crash down was beautiful. Jun gets knocked up into the air, but the hail of arrows helps. Noah's damage is good, and SkewMond might be in trouble. Flashes over the wall as well. A miss from Noah. He tries to get ranged. Hansama zones out. Now turns to Isma, who flashes, flags, drags, and Jackie joins in with a phase rush. He walks out as well. A lot happened, but no one dies.
No one dies. The Q doesn't connect from Noah. Couple flashes were burned. Let's take stock. Labrov flash, SkewMond flash, Isma flash, and a heal from Jun. I guess the... Oh, hang on, Hansama. He's being bullied.
But you need
slapped
some
by the meeps.
Yeah, Music Man is not going to be able to go much further. Jun steps up, gets some vision. Cosmic Binding just out of range.
We'll go back to base. A quick push into the bot lane from Noah to try and crash this tower as quickly as he can. But yeah, ultimately it was just a trade of summoner spells in that little skirmish. No one with quite enough damage. And it is quite funny when you look at the items of everyone and you realize, yeah, it makes sense that there really wasn't enough damage.
Chains, that ulti used well in first blood. Over to Jun somehow.
Beautiful snipe comes through from Noah. Secured by Jun with that last auto attack. Just a beautiful punish from the bottom side. First blood given to GX.
You're wondering, Labrov was trying to hold the wave, I believe, or at least try and make sure that cannon was next to Crash. He gets punished for it. The only unfortunate thing is that Jun gets the kill, but hey.
Hey, it's a Bard.
It is a Bard.
Your access to those upgraded boots means that you'll be gliding around the rift.
We're building Vandal Pipes as Bard these days?
Typically, yeah.
I feel like that item is so broken.
People keep saying this.
Do you know why? Gold efficiency without the active is 105%.
Oh my goodness.
Gold efficiency on range is 140%.
Wow.
Like, it's disgusting.
I mean,
and there's no cooldown.
It makes a ton of sense, especially in conjunction with, well, AD carries in general.
Yeah.
I believe I saw Zeus building it on Scion today.
Nice.
Yeah. And for the same reasons, just gold efficiency. Yep. Very cheap item. Well, I say very cheap. For a top laner, it's relatively cheap.
It is. Getting on flash, Cosmic Binding. Hansama matches Good, hyper aggressive as Isma joins in.
And I feel like GX is just kind of investing time and effort towards the bot side of the map.
Yeah.
G2 did, of course, make a play themselves towards the bot side, but hasn't really resulted in a huge amount. Anivia, though, looking to get some good trades in the middle lane to try and give G2 away into the bot side river. On some of them with no flash.
Chains are up in a second, cleansed away. I think that's an observer delay, as Hans has now used the summoner for it, but it enables the Dragon. Waiting for Noah for the kill threat there, but this Dragon goes down for GX. That bot lane is raining on success.
You know, it's so funny when we had our initial story meeting ahead of this week's LEC. I remember speaking to Jack about, you know, the strong AD carries in the current meta, and he wasn't talking about Varus, but then, of course, over in the LCK and the LPL, everyone was playing Varus. He was like, there's no way Varus is still good. And, I mean, this is the reason. He's just such a powerful laner.
True.
And until that gets nerfed, I feel like that you just can't kick him out of the meta. They've nerfed lethality Varus a bunch of times, but just in lane, he just trades so well.
And especially when we're getting these crit AD carries coming back, a small engage here. Isma turns it into a big one. The setup is beautiful from Lot, and he'll take him down. BrokenBlade joins in, gets a 1-for-1. Now that Isma's down, as Lot needs to flash over the wall, but it's matched. BrokenBlade gets a flip out as well, pulls in the all-out, and Lot, even though he kites away nicely, tempered fate, not going to be saved. Cap flashes forward, gets a stun out, and Lot is down too. The Realm Warp can't save the life, and for G2, they snap it back.
BrokenBlade picks up a delayed double as he works to helping his jungler get out of a situation that he himself created. SkewMond was the one that forced that fight. He was the one that engaged onto Jackie's. He didn't expect Lot to arrive as quickly as he did. But ultimately, it works out for G2 as they find themselves with a 2-for-1. You'll see here, SkewMond in an awkward position. He doesn't have his flash available. I guess he decides the best play he can make is to just engage. He knows the BrokenBlade is on the way. The damage is pretty good from Caps. It's BrokenBlade that comes and cleans things up. Flashes over, uses the third proc of the Q to get the knockback onto Lot, to put him in a position to then drag him back over the wall. Caps does have to expend the flash thanks to Jun's ultimate.
Here we go again.
No flash available. The grubs have started.
I think we're just ramping up. Lot slowed down. One grub taken, rather two. The engage is there. It's 2v2. SkewMond gets the knock up onto Isma, but BrokenBlade jumps back in. The Casante takes a while to die with double buffs into 4 people. He still wants to go forward, but BrokenBlade, a bridge too far. The SkewMond picks up the kill in response. Labrov has to get out of there as well and follow his jungler. The last grub to be taken. It'll be 2 for GX. 1 for G2, but we're going head-to-head with these kills.
It is nothing but a scrap, kind of what we expected after the performance from GX yesterday. They hold on to a small gold lead for now. They do get those 2 grubs. They had the numbers advantage because Caps had no easy way to get involved in the fight, but it still wasn't quite enough to really convert it into more. Flash was expended by SkewMond in order to secure that last kill. For now, 3-3 be the kill score. Dragon advantage for GX, small grub advantage, plate advantage being built up in the bot side of the map as Noah continues to bully out Hansama in the 1v1. Things go in the way of GX here in the early game.
As Jun finds Labrov on the rotation, Shattering Strike and a miss. Jun's just a nuisance here as nothing's really up outside of those camps for Jun to get deep vision, maybe leading into the Dragon. That comes up again in 2. One already picked up from GX, a 1k gold lead for GX as well. Noah's up 20 CS. And half a level as well. He just finished his role quest. Thank you, Euronix, just helping us out as we work for those boot upgrades rather to turn into tier 3. And Betty, I will also say for G2's side, BrokenBlade being up 500, BrokenBlade being in a good position. I mean, it does feel like, again, we talked about the team fights, we talked about this solid front line needed from BB in his position. He will definitely be that.
I mean, for me,
for you,
if GX want to showcase growth from what we saw last year, they need to demonstrate that they know how to play through side lanes with a comp like this.
You're very right. That's why this comp is extra risky.
Yeah, it's just all they do is get baited into 5v5s, then I have question marks. Because, I mean, that's ultimately what G2 want. You're just playing to the style that G2 favors. You're not leveraging any of the advantage. I'm not saying that they should never team fight. That's not the point. Like, League will force you to team fight at some point.
Yeah.
But when you have things like a Ryze Realm Warp, when you have side laners that should be able to find advantages, admittedly, like, BrokenBlade is getting the better of Lot up in the top lane for now. Labrov could be in a bit of danger as 3 members tried to collapse, but he's just going to descend over the wall.
Isma might stick around though. Noah's waiting for Chains of Corruption. There is a cleanse available, going to be used immediately. Han Summer just steps it out, runs into Noah. He's ascended, so he's looking for the next play. Tempered Fate going to keep him in place. Jun needs a root, but the flash away and a great little repel in. Labrov has now used the Magnet Storm. Out they go with the Magical Journey. GX just got 2v3'd and sent packing as Labrov kites away again. GX just can't lock him down. He's thinking about going back in. Unsama, the Arclight of Ruin comes out, but Labrov, the crash down in place in the Tri-Brush. A bit of poke coming in after the fact as we turn towards mid. Hang on. The Bird, 1v1, a wall in place. Jackies just can't lock down. Great damage from Caps, but it's not enough, not yet.
Wow, so a lot of skirmishing happening on the bot side of the map. Not full trust from Hansama. He didn't trust the Brawl, is the TLDR.
Okay.
The Magnet Storm was beautifully placed to basically protect Hans once he came out of the ultimate from Jun, to basically drag both Isma and Jun in and to stop that Jarvan EQ from coming through. But then, of course, Hansama immediately committed his flash, being like, I gotta get out of here. This is way too dangerous. I know that knockup is coming through. Speaking of knockups, Journey's going to face check.
He is into 3 people, flashes on the spot almost, but gets a Magical Journey over the wall. It's enough to get him out of harm's way. Cap's now on a side lane, where he said, Anivia for the best side laner, but a hold for the time being.
He still has his tower, which means that it's still relatively safe.
It's also a Ryze who's not there yet, you know? As if flag, drag. Oi, the wall! That almost clipped him into the forest.
Yeah, I think it was actually the Anivia wall that...
It was.
That made things awkward for him there.
Chains, again, Hansama, no. Okay.
Ooh, the Q goes the wrong way.
He tried to quick scope it and went 180 the other side.
He did what many of my Call of Duty montages looked like back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Tempered Fate. Okay. Realm Warp as well. This is a good collapse. Lots coming in at a great angle, and Caps is isolated. A free kill waiting as well. Anivia down. Jackie's with the kill. Dragon is free.
A nice collapse from GX. Some of the coordination issues that we saw from G2 yesterday sort of sprouting their heads here as G2 were posturing around Dragon, ready to contest it. They had the TP available on well, actually, no, they didn't have the TP available on BrokenBlade. So, actually, I might go back and check if he actually had that ahead of the fight.
Vedius has tools. He'll use them. He has a spectator line. He'll go back.
No, he TP's top.
Oh, did he?
Which brings into question why G2's even challenging that Dragon in the first place. True. If you know you don't have your top laner ready to join.
Well, I mean, I guess Hans got caught in mid. Almost. I don't know what you want to call it.
I mean, I didn't like the play from G2 as the TLDR.
Okay, Betty.
Like, they're hard contesting this Dragon.
True. And
they don't have a top laner. And then Ambessa just TPs in and then kills Anivia. It's just a classic case of, I have TP and you don't. So, not great from G2.
No, but again, start of the season so far hasn't been miraculous. Vedi, I will say, GX in this early game have been utilizing Noah very well. Outside of his small miss through mid that we just saw, he does feel like Isma's starting to play towards him a lot more, and it is nice. Again, double Dragon now. GX, a lot is unleashed on the side lanes.
We've got to talk about Hansama is really committed to just building different things. So on Corki yesterday, he did the Essence Reaver Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. BrokenBlade.
Is there enough damage?
I don't think so.
Ow! Wait, maybe now there is.
It's not enough damage.
With Eclipse, can you dive this? The question is going to be answered.
Labrov
could be walking in. No, he's been baited in. They're like, we don't need to dive him. Send in the public execution with the flash away from Labrov from the Tempered Fate as well. Support is out. G2 survive another day as GX. The dive is going to wash away.
Kind of like the predict there from Jun, expecting Labrov to flash over the wall, but the placement was just a little bit off as Labrov actually flashed up towards safety. Is able to get away to safety. But this is going to be, I think, just a full tower secure.
But it's a trade. Look at bot. Caps is taking a turret by himself.
Okay, but how quickly is this Anivia taking this bot tower?
Hang on.
Go on, observers. Show us.
Show us the bird.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
We're almost there. Another 10 waves.
But yeah, this is... I'm not going to have time to talk about these builds. The fighting,
Noah,
I feel...
Oh, he's in no man's land. He's got flash available. Will he get to use it? Yes, is the answer. Gets out over the wall. And put some sprinkle on that pepper as G2 get another summoner.
Like, I'm not saying that Hansama's builds are wrong.
Okay.
I'm just saying that
I love how you criticize and you've come back and you said,
I'm not an expert on AD carry builds. I'm not going to pretend. I mean, I know what they usually build.
Should we
hang on.
Jackspektra?
Labrov, Hex Flash.
Oh! No crash down for him. Vedius is disgusted, but SkewMond has saved the day. Really nice present guard, but the engage followed up by Isma's even better. Flash away from the enemy jungler, or rather from G2's. As BrokenBlade has stepped in to try and help out, but versus 5, he can't stick around for long. A mistake there from Labrov is going to cost him.
Here's what I'll say. I wanted to see GX leverage side lanes to create numbers advantages.
That's a middle lane.
Now, are they using side lanes? Not quite, but they are creating numbers advantages.
They are.
They are constantly finding picks onto G2, and the coordination from G2 just feels very off. Like, Labrov, I mean, that was just a misplay from Labrov. Maybe I shouldn't extrapolate too much from that, because he effectively just fumbled his Hex Flash.
True.
And then GX just said, oh, well, that's a mistake. I guess we'll engage on that.
Maybe the jet lag from Worlds.
Okay, that's a bit ambitious.
It's been a really tough 3 months. Maybe it's the cold. You know?
I mean, they do scale well. I don't think G2's by any means out of this game yet. It's only a 2k gold difference.
Oh, I never said that.
Yeah.
I don't think G2 are out of this game. I don't think anyone's out of this game. But
absolutely. But it is GX that are driving the game. That is absolutely certain.
The biggest question is now, Noah, Transcorruption comes out again, instant cleanse at half HP, Arclighter Rune gets him down flat. BrokenBlade's in, now with the all-out onto Noah. He takes him down for the shutdown. G2 are chasing this up. Jun flashes immediately. Meanwhile, on the right side of your screen, Caps is going to survive while Realm Warp gets Jackie's out. A win for G2, 55 seconds with the Dragon. No objective yet, but this is going to enable the push with that Herald.
Okay, so G2 waking up a bit. They find a pick of their own. They get the flash out from Noah as well in the middle lane. So a nice advantage gain there. Converting this into the Bottage, give them a bit more of a gold injection. A lot of this gold advantage that G2 find themselves with is sitting on the K'Sante. And I would say that one of the big things that GX will struggle with is when you have this lethality Varus. K'Sante becomes that much harder to kill. Reminder as well that the Unending Despair has basically become an exclusive armor item. And right now, 218 armor on the K'Sante. The lethality, less effective the more armor you have.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't scale. And again, for BrokenBlade, he's going to have a treat the longer this game goes on. Lock can't get over the wall. The ice wall is a prison. A crash down, Lock. Will he be able to move? You have your answer. As Dragon is now spawned alongside Baron. G2 have a 5 versus 4. The Dragon and run approach is GX as the smite comes down. Okay, now they run. They do get out, but mid is open for the fray.
They put themselves on soul point. It's going to be difficult for GX to stop this tower from going down, but I like what Jackie's is doing. Immediately run to bot lane to push out that wave. At the very least, put some pressure onto G2 elsewhere, so they're forced to go back to base and catch it. Maybe a small level advantage over that of Jackie, so wants to keep the pressure going, but yeah, they don't want to overstay their welcome. Jackie's gonna overstay his welcome, thinks he can get another plate for himself. I think he was actually able to grab one there, and now he's gonna be forced to back away. He needs to base ASAP. Oh, he's running. I think that might be a mistake. Ah, no, he's fine.
They're not going to commit. No vision down in bot, at least in the lane itself. Labrov found out. As the backs come through, Baron is now the only thing on the Rift, and even though it is soul point for GX, their 2,000 gold lead has shrunk. G2 are even in this game, and as you said, a lot of it is on that top lane, but...
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. Like, Lot just died mid.
Yeah.
He just died.
And maybe Noah does as well now as well. He just used his flash. His cleanse is gone now too. Flash from the last play. Lot misses the ulti, but now he's caught out once again. He dies mid once. Betty, he's going to die mid again. Gets a kill on the Prophet. Hang on. He's not dead yet until now. Hunter picks up the kill. The Cataclysm comes in. G2 are caught in the middle like fish without a sink as away goes Jackie's. GX is still trying to fight this, but BrokenBlade's in front. And much like that fish, he's going to have to swim out of there for now.
I'm a little baffled as to what's happening. Like,
look at the screen, Benny.
We're genuinely just running mid and fight.
Lot does like going mid.
I mean, to be fair, like, I don't hate the idea of the target selection, but like, let's put into context right now what's happening. Both top laners TP into mid to collapse on Labrov, who's saying, I'm going on Noah. Let's collapse. Let's go, let's go, let's go. he's forced to flash away. He's getting away to safety. And then they turn their attention onto Laure, who survived for an incredibly long time, getting a kill of his own. Ends up being 1-for-1. Ulti into flash out from Isma, trapping 2 members of G2, but it's the front line, so they don't really suffer that much damage. And then both sides agree to walk away.
And we're doing it again. Onto Jun. We're evolving into chaos, and Caps is looking for Jack. He's trying to get the stun down. SkewMond does know. Realm Warp out. The wall wasn't enough either. G2 continue to aggress in GX's red side jungle.
Okay, but I do like this, trying to put pressure in mid to then convert that pressure into the top side jungle to then basically deny vision around Baron. Because this is an objective that G2 can do quite quickly. Yunara plus Anivia are a deadly duo for securing that objective, especially early on in the game. And so it just adds that extra bit of discomfort to GX as they lose information. They will reclaim some of that vision now. Top has been pushed in. Mid as well. Resets have come through as Hansam has gone back to base, picked himself up a BF sword. And you can see what was a 1.1k gold lead for Noah has now dwindled to 300 as G2 have fought back control over this game.
With that third item, with that Infinity Edge that'll come through for Hansama. He's going to be so deadly in these fights. The front to back starting to build themselves. In 1 minute 30, I feel like we're going to have one. That's when Soul comes up as Baron is starting. He said it so quick. GX, their jungler is in base.
But they have the Tempered Fate.
Jun needs to buy some time. At 8k, he now pulls the trigger. It's down to 7. BrokenBlade gets a flip over the wall. There's another one built up as Noah has to flash away from Caps. Isma for the steal. 6k is what we're counting, but on a ward right now. As the Glacial Storm comes out once again, slowed down is Isma, sent away, packing the flash. BrokenBlade, what are you on? He's going to have to run it back, and Baron stops. GX got exactly what they wanted, which was time.
Well, I think G2 also got what they wanted, but by getting the flash out from Noah. And with Varus losing that summoner spell, with a dragon spawning in 48 seconds and G2 not wanting to hand over the soul, it puts them in a better position for the upcoming fight. BrokenBlade has to go back to base quickly if he wants to get a purchase off. He does have his TP available. No flash himself, though, after making what I would describe as an ambitious play onto Jarvan.
Well said, Betty. Another stun again. Labrov crashes down right in front of Jun. Jun is deep in this jungle, but he has a magical journey to get to river. 20 seconds till the dragon spawns. GX have to walk it in, but BrokenBlade is leading the way for G2. That health bar is mighty. Damage is going to have to come through from Ryze.
Caps seems a little indecisive as to what he wants to do here. He's pathing all the way down bot, going for a deep flank potentially.
Anivia flank. Let's have a look.
Keep your eyes on Caps. Oh, he's going to use the blast cone. That makes a ton of sense. We'll get into the pit now. Forces Isma back. As the cabbages to pick up for himself. Will deny a blast cone of his own. Nice zone control coming through from this Anivia. Now look at this control that G2 has over the space. GX are the ones that have to fight back for it. They have the Bard ultimate available to them to stall.
Chains miss so to start us off. Isma needs to steal, but he flags out. Tempered Fate buys time yet again. It's a 2-man. Jun gets split back, but BrokenBlade has done it. He's found 2. Chemtech is denied. It's all in. It's a circle comp, circle rip. All I'm seeing, health bars fleeting from G2 as Isma tries to part this way out, but SkewMond re-engages, gets the range, and now he sacrifices his own line. Realm Warp for 1 for 2. Hansama has to be part of the running squad as Arclighter Ruin gets the slow down. Range again, but a miss. A whiff. The arrows are down as Hansama at half HP has to flash away from this deadly duo. GX now have options to take mid, but they did lose the Drake.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating for GX to lose out on that Drake, but G2 had such a good setup around the Dragon that it became very difficult for them to close that gap. They had the Tempered Fate. They didn't end up using it on the Dragon to try and buy themselves time. The fact that Noah's ultimate also whiffed meant that they didn't have that CC setup. And again, keep your eyes over this space. Jun is finding an angle to try and get involved. BrokenBlade keeps 2 CC'd above the wall. The Tempered Fate does connect onto 2, setting up for an engage onto Caps, where they're able to quickly eliminate him from the fight. Nice target selection from Lot in conjunction with Isma to remove that mid laner with the amount of damage that the Anivia would have. SkewMond ends up trading his life for the enemy junglers to make sure that there's no Baron threat. G2 are able to just barely get away as GX And G2 go for 2 for 2.
Mega Blast Cone again, Tempered Fate used, Crash Down is good, Jun's the target, and Caps is just hiding away the fight. K'Sante is K'Santeing, but Caps is Capsing. As he flashes away, you look at Noah on the right, trying to hit his poke in range, but GX is separated, and there's a pause, and that person loves Caps for playing Anivia. It's all happening here at the LEC.
Oh my goodness. Now, the problem with a pause like that is you immediately think that something went wrong.
Oh no.
So the question is...
Vedius is rewinding, he's doing his own research.
I'm having a look and I'm seeing if I can be nosy.
But you're not allowed to say anything, Vedius, for you don't know yet.
No, I mean, yeah,
You've
league officials will let us know.
Okay.
I'm speculating.
I'll do the line for Vedius. A pause has been reported to the league officials. Officials are now gathering information on the course.
Yes, and we will... League officials will confirm. We will not.
Vedius will just speculate.
Okay, so
no,
a route landed onto the Anivia. Maybe we can also get a replay prepared as well. So at the very least, we can kind of look at the first half of that fight.
You'll handle it. You'll manually go through and tell us.
So they engage onto the Ryze.
Yep.
Ryze flashes out.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I don't see anything. I don't know.
Maybe there's
like
a bit of lag or something. I never know. The internet is a complex place, and anything could happen here.
True.
No, I don't know the technicals. I'll be honest. I yell at the game, but I don't really know all the server bits and pieces.
I think that there are very few. I feel like very few people do.
Yeah.
I feel like they hire very trained specialists.
I mean, maybe we should learn. Maybe we should, you know.
You and I.
You and I.
I'm good.
We should learn how the server works.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you don't want to know?
No, not really.
Isn't it interesting to you, like, how we play the game?
Lines of code are terrifying to me.
I mean, I don't want to go that deep. I just want to know, like, what box is it on? You know, like, where is the server?
So I looked at the replay. I have no idea. I feel like someone spilt a drink or their keyboard got unplugged or something.
Well, the camera's going across. G2 look furiously unwet.
Oh, look, you said the thing. Pause has been reported to league officials. Officials now.
I already said that.
Yeah.
You were looking through the replay.
Yeah,
no, it was on screen the whole time. You were just
my bad. And
our audience can even see what you were doing.
No, they can't.
You're like that kid who's, you know, playing a video game and won't let anyone watch. And we're all standing around going, what are you playing?
I would let people watch.
No, you wouldn't.
But I have no control over letting people see
you
this
wouldn't.
monitor.
You would say, no, you can't play my game and you can't watch.
I did say that growing up. That's true. Yeah, it's true, yeah.
All right.
But how would you let someone else play your Pokemon Blue?
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, listen.
Exactly.
Listen, here's the thing.
Would you trust someone else with your Pokemon? Because
as long as I knew they wouldn't save over my game.
But that's the thing you can never trust.
Here's the problem as a kid. There would always be that one person that would save over your game.
Absolutely.
You are like 40 hours in. You're catching all of them, right? And then there's that one person that's they press start, they go to save, and they've done 5 minutes of game. Right, this happened to me many times. And I stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
At 11, those Pokemon were the most important thing
my
in the world
hours,
to me.
40 hours. And I had this friend who was about to save, like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand why there weren't multiple save files.
Yeah, you couldn't.
It's like they were asking for me to be sad.
Technology back then was different, man. It was
What do you mean different? How can't you have two saves? There was a console with a memory card in, #1 version, that had multiple save files.
That's true, but Nintendo weren't there. They had the Game Boy.
We can say the name. I guess you have no... You're fine.
Okay, just get me into
I didn't want to say the name. You said it. Players are conducting ready checks.
Oh, sick.
Yes, yeah.
Well, we have no idea what happened.
We have no clue.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Why not? Why not clap? Hey, this is all part of the experience. You know, imagine if you could pause solo queue.
That would be a terrible idea.
It would, because you imagine how long you'd be.
I think there was a brief time where a bug was happening and you could.
Yep.
I don't know why though.
Sorry, mid-drink. Let's go. Okay. We don't know what it was. Let's just say Baron was orange instead of purple. Let's go with that for now.
You can't say that. I'm pretty sure you...
Is that spec?
I don't know. Stop saying things.
Every 10 Barons should be a different color.
Okay.
Oh, wouldn't that shake us up a bit? I miss Christmas Baron.
How many Barons die in your games?
I mean, depends.
Because
my win rate's
quite
not very
a lot.
good. Am I the one killing it or not? That's a new question. We'll find out what happened. Regardless, for now, we are in Summoner's Rift. So The game is pretty even, but remember, Soul is still what GX are heading towards in 2 minutes 50. And Jackie's right now is the leading charge, excuse me, on this Ryze. Outside of that, the front to back is starting to build up from G2. And like Betty would say on his birthday, things are looking red hot today.
I would never say that on my
G2
birthday.
GX is Baron. We're going to start it up again, and it is a bit of a celebration. Whoever picks this up and takes control of the
Well,
game.
very little vision. Our observers highlighting for us now that GX can see absolutely nothing. BrokenBlade acting as the gatekeeper to deny them access. Tempered Fate likely going to come through from Jun once again.
Look at that wall, BrokenBlade, Tempered Fate you mentioned. There it is finally, but it's run dry. 4K Isma needs to get in the pit, but BrokenBlade won't let him near. The burn down, the 1400 smite, the deal is done. BrokenBlade's dealing with 2 people, and that's Noah gone. So G2 can have at him. GIANTX have 1 target, and it's BrokenBlade taking on the entire world, knocked up into the air. But Baron for 1 is still hella worth on the Baron.
Absolutely a worthwhile trade. G2 using every resource that they have access to deny Isma any opportunity to steal away that objective. You mentioned the wall earlier. It comes through perfectly placed as well to allow for BrokenBlade to stand on the other side of it. Yantis Q3 doesn't actually connect it, but still just keeps this Jarvan away, invests the ultimate as well. No smite is able to come through. Labrov also keeping both Jackies and Lot out of the fight. The wall being used there to try and find a pick, which they were able to get onto Jun, so it ends up being a 1-for-1 and a Baron as well.
Well, not too bad.
Effort, okay? I'll just effort.
He said,
Worthy
I will just die
sacrifice.
for it.
Yeah.
And die he did. BrokenBlade took a while to do so. Labrov face checking him. 3 members hide in the bush with Noah around mid lane, but Labrov's okay for now. That dragon comes up in a minute, but it's about this Baron. We want to see what G2 can do. That mid turret still standing for GIANTX. No, it's not. That's just a spectator bug. Ignore that. It's only inner turret in mid. Actually still standing as GX look to defend bot. That's where G2 seem to be hovering as well. Okay, engage. Onto Caps. He has Egg. Level 17 Anivia. Isma ambitious. Now split up. GIANTX don't have their jungler and Jun. He's getting 1 shot from range. SkewMond flies in for the kill. And G2 now have a 5 versus 4 with the Baron buff. The siege begins.
I mean, with the numbers advantage and with the stall champion gone as well, G2 should be able to easily knock down this tower. I imagine they'll be looking for more. They are currently only playing through 1 lane. But what was a game that just felt like it was going the way of GX. They were constantly finding picks onto G2. Felt like G2 regrouped, refocused, and since then, they found picks of their own.
But do they really come in? BrokenBlade can tank this up forever. It is Caps for the time being as Handsummer went in deep. BrokenBlade flashes in onto Jackie's, gets a couple of whiffs, couple of misses. Now looking for the flick back. He will eventually die here. A step too far maybe for the top lane, and Tempered Fate didn't connect there as Caps. It wasn't flash used. John! That ain't Carrier's Bard, as Jackie's now took the magical journey as well. GIANTX decided to go in to die 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, and Isma is coming up next. It's a miracle he's live. GA now used. Anivia in form. Caps is going to drop as well. Lot bringing the fight back. We have just decided to throw caution out the window. It looked horrible from GX. Now it looks horrible from G2 as the Baron plays completely in the toilet, and Soul is going to be GIANTX's.
I mean, this was just a massive blunder from G2. Look at how they dive underneath this tower, hungry for kills. Jackie's just melts through Handsummer. I thought he had tower aggro at the start, but he finds himself a solo kill. And then BrokenBlade goes in to try and help him and sacrifices his life too, with the dragon spawning in 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Isma finds a flank behind. The initial fight looks quite promising as GX are just kind of throwing bodies at G2's face and they're welcoming the pickups. But then the fight lasts too long. A nice snipe comes through from Noah to connect it onto Caps, forcing him into the egg state, preventing him from contributing any more to the fight. Once the jungler falls for the 2nd time, that means it's an easy soul secure.
I'm killing them all, by the way. I'm legit killing them all. My fight was world class.
World class.
World class. It was something.
Technically, by the end, yeah, it was. G2 with an overdive. Soul's now given over.
It has turned into quite the fiesta.
In the LEC, games aren't done till they're done, are
Absolutely.
they? You know, and I mean that with an extra grain of salt. They're not done till they're done.
They are not.
Face check. Isma here. Good damage. Shattering strike. Flag and drag away. Now Noah's getting in the fray as well. GIANTX wants something out of this. There's the Youmu's. Chains, I don't know, that almost hit me as Labrov's just going to back away. We are deciding that it is a good time to fight. Jarvan says it is a good day to die, but I wonder, does he really mean that? GA, he can dive this, and onto Labrov. There's a setup from Lot. Public execution, easy as that. Labrov just wanted to back in a bush that he thought was absolutely fine to. Now G2 are down a member.
Yeah, and I think GX can convert this into another tower as well. Jackie's pushing in mid lane. Knocks that one over.
And somebody used ult, by the way, so that's now down as well.
I mean, this has been a very messy game. With picks happening across the board, extensions, mispositioning.
Yep.
But hey, that's what real League of Legends is.
That's what, you know, none of this perfect play kind of nonsense.
None of this macro rubbish. No, just running down mid, dive the towers.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to see.
You know, you could go out for a 5-class meal, pay 600 euros, or you could walk down the street and get yourself a nice $12 kebab. And I know what I picked. Even if it ruins my stomach, I'm okay. You know, I'm okay.
Well, hey, look, here's the good news.
We've earned it.
27 seconds. You're about to get a kebab.
Oh, hell yeah.
I do not know what that kebab contains.
This is 2 for the price of 1, I think. This is we're getting more than we bargained for. This guy's throwing in chips on the side.
Look
hey,
at Labrov.
The stun up is good. Labrov, okay. Flash is now burned away. Jackies gets the kited out though, and the re-engage is good. Damage to connect. For the Rune Prison or anything of the sort. BrokenBlade face checked and almost gets hit for it. Isma gets tempered fate by his own bar. Cap flashes away. BrokenBlade pulls out the ulti, but he's squishy as anything now. The last auto connect. Isma almost died, but it doesn't matter anyway. Labrov gets the engage he wanted. Jun flashes forward. G2 are getting destroyed. A triple over to this Varus. The Quadra stolen. And GIANTX are thriving in the chaos because G2 are delivering it to them on a kebab plate.
An engage that was forced by G2 was turned around on by GX. A fantastic ultimate from Noah to set up an excellent team fight. Means that GX, just like that, are looking to close out this game.
And it looks like G2 might be starting the season 0-2 while GIANTX sit on top of the leaderboard. Cap's going to buy some time. He goes golden, but soon to die into the egg. Noah gets the turret first. And now with the build-up of damage, all it takes is a quick Q. GIANTX had us a little bit, but hey, a deserved win to start 2-0.
How did GX keep getting away with this? Remember that G2 was knocking on their base with a Baron buff.
And this was a cleaner game than last time.
But that's the craziest thing. I mean, Noah, 8-1-9 scoreline. Jackie's 3-1-13.
Yep.
This Varus Ryze combo,
yep.
I mean, in the mid to late game just seems to be working.